catch 'em all.
Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to another AutoCAD Web App video. This one is going to be the FIREPLACE assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up one of your old files, whether it's the Pac-Man or the field or whatever. You're going to do a save as, and you're going to save that as FIREPLACE. Save. Now you can erase what's on the inside. Don't forget to change the name of the drawing. Change the date, make it the date that you're going to be handing this in, and then just like in previous videos, I'm going to draw out here and then I'm going to move it back into my title block. Okay, so here's what the FIREPLACE assignment looks like. It is a total of 7 inches wide by 6 inches tall. It's got some in and outs here in the top. It's got a lot of brickwork, which are 5/16 would be a half of a brick, but the bricks themselves are 5/8 of an inch by they should be by 1/4, because this is half. Oh, there you go, 1/4 right there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our outside box 7 by 6. So with your line tool, you're going to go, let's see, 7 is the width, so you're going to go 7 across, you're going to go 6 down, 7 to the left, and 6 up, or you can just close like this. Alright, so that's the first part. How about the in and out up here? This is 1.25 inches down, and let's see, we have 4 inches across the center. So if I go like this with a line at the midpoint, make sure that O snap is blue, make sure that in the arrow next to O snap you have midpoint turned on. In here, if I go 1.25, I can now offset that line using modify. Since it's supposed to be 4 up there, I'm going to go 2 left and 2 right. I can get rid of this line now, and I can draw a line going all the way across. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. I can go on here without clicking and slide left and then click when I get that intersection and draw all the way across, or you can draw the line and then hit escape, click on the line and extend it or drag it further. It's up to you. Alright. Trimming. I'm going to trim here, I'm going to trim here, here, here. Now you can see that this line right here is supposed to go all the way across because that's the mantle. It then goes down 1/4 inch. So I'm going to use my offset tool. I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to go down 1/4. And you can see there's a bunch of different offsets in here. There's a 1/4, another 1/4, and then 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So I can click this new line and also go 1/4, and then there are 3/8 after that. 1/8, 1/8, and one more 1/8. Alright, now let's do this. Let's go with a line from right here, and you're going to draw this at 45 degrees. Now we don't know what the distance is, okay? But we don't want it to snap to the end. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit tab right off the bat, and you're going to put 45 in there, and then hit tab again, and you'll see that it locks at 45 degrees. And I'm just going to click that out here somewhere because it's not going to give you an intersection on there, and I don't want to snap to that left point. So just draw it through like this, and then trim, trim, trim. Alright, so we'll leave it like that for now. Same thing on the far side. Now, this entire FIREPLACE is symmetrical, so if you wanted to, you could draw the left side of this and then mirror it over to the right, but I don't personally find that any easier because we're doing it all at the same time anyways. Line tool, whoops, from here, hit tab, 45. Now, you'll notice that 45 goes to the right here, so we actually have to do a little bit of math to figure out where 45 would be. 45 would actually be 180 plus 45, which would be 225. And nope, that one doesn't work either. Let's try another one. Let's do 270 plus 45 would be 315. Nope, that's not working either. There we go. Okay, 315. Alright, so now we can, no, see, it won't let us drag it back this way. That's interesting. Alright, let's mirror it. Grab the line, MI, enter, and just do it over this midpoint to this midpoint. I'm not sure why the degrees won't run the other way. Erase the source object, no. Alright, so you get something like that. Now let's move to the bottom stuff. I want to get the bottom out of the way. I want to get this part around here out of the way, and that'll open up the door for this stuff. Okay, so you're going to do an offset of 1/4 of an inch twice. 1, 2. So in Modify, Offset, click the bottom line, up 1/4, up 1/4. And while we're in Offset, we might as well go up here and take this line and go down 1/4, because those are also bricks up there. Down 1/4, down 1/4, down 1/4, and you get something like that. Okay, now the bricks, offset again. Let's go off of the leftmost line, and this is going to be the bottom row that we're doing. You're going to go 5/8 of an inch, but I'm going to trim this real quick. Trim. You can see I got a leftover line here. Be careful of those lines. Hit delete on it. And then now I'm going to do the offset of 5/16. Whoops. Offset. Click the line first. Move to the right. 5/16. And we're going to trim that one as well. If you don't want those leftover lines, start up here. Trim. Now these two, you can do this a couple different ways. You can copy those across, or you can offset them across, or you can array them across. Without counting how many are on here, I wouldn't know how many you're supposed to array, so I'm just going to use offset. This is going to go 5/8 each time. This part's, just like on the Pac-Man, is a little tedious. And then you should end up with a little piece at the end like that. Now we're going to do this row. Same exact thing. 5/8. 5/8 all the way across. That way, since we started with 5/16, they end up being staggered. Alright, something like that. Now if you want, you can take, let's take most of these lines like this and do a copy, and your base point is going to be the bottom left corner. And if I go like this, I can put it there, I can put it on the third one, and I can put it on the fifth one. And you can see we get a couple extra here because I grabbed too many, so just hit delete on those. Now we got to do the other rows. So if you want, let's grab maybe this many, copy, and you're going to go off of this bottom left corner, and that's going to go there and there, and that was the correct guess of how many. Okay. Oh, I forgot to trim this stuff over here. Let's see, we'll leave that for now. Something like that. Alright, so next step. This bends in for 7/8 before it goes up, and then it goes into this stuff. Okay, so it's going to go 7/8 first. So you can do this a couple different ways. You can do an offset of the outside line, 7/8, or you could draw a line if you'd like. Let's see if you can slide. Normally in the software you can go here and slide to the right without clicking and do 7/8, enter. Yeah, that works too. Okay, you can do it that way. Or you could draw a line 7/8 and then go up from there, but just don't forget to erase that line. So we're going to go up like this. Alright, now we no longer need top of this line, top of that line. You can jump back in here and get rid of this. Same thing here. Alright, these are going to go on a 45-degree angle, then it's going to be a spacing, and then a 45, and then another spacing. Okay, so you can see that, let's look at this side. It goes 45 degrees, 1/4, 45 degrees, 1/8, and then it connects. Okay, so with the line tool, let's go on this side first. This should be right here. You're going to do tab, 45, tab, and just do the same thing. Run it a little bit long. Trim, 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 trim. Then you're going to take a line, and this is a dummy line. You got to draw this up, and you're going to offset this line by 1/4. That's where the next one starts. At the next one, same thing. Click on the end of this line and do tab 45 tab and draw that a little bit too far. And if you want to make sure that you are correct, I think I messed that up. Hold on. Let's go forward 1 click. Okay, you drew the dummy line. You offset 1/4. Now this line should actually go 1/4 like that before the angle. Okay, so now we're going with the angle. You can also take this one and do a copy. If you do it from the bottom left corner, you can put that right there. And then I think we have too many lines. Hang on. We have 4th, 4th, 8th, 8th, 8th. 4th, 4th, 8th, 8th. Ah, that's why. Because this 8th is supposed to be on the inside corner here. So where this one is, it's actually going to be a chamfer. So let's back up here. Let's see if there's a chamfer tool. There is. Okay, distance, and you're going to do 1/16 for the first distance, 1/16 for the second distance. That's going to go like this. No, that doesn't seem right either. Hang on. That is wrong. Offset. Yeah, it should be 1/8. So here you're going to go 1/8. And that's where that chamfer is going to be. Chamfer distance, 1/16, 1/16. So it's going to go here like this. Now this one will run up. Alright? So remember, we did 7/8 and we went straight up. 1/8 in from there is going to be the one that has the chamfer. So if you want, we could do this on the far side too. The problem is that when I made this 7/8 line, I should have gone up one more like that. Then you would do offset 1/8. Oops, sorry, I typed the number first. 1/8. You did a chamfer, distance 1/16 and 1/16. Now what chamfer does is basically it says if the corner is here, how far down where it starts and how far over where it ends. And for us, we're doing 1/16 and 1/16, so that measures back 1/16 in both directions and connects them. All right. You can trim. Let's see, that and that. Let's get rid of these dummy lines because they're not where we want them to be. All right, let's try this again. With the line tool, clicking here, tab 45 tab. Draw that a little bit longer than you should. Trim. Then you need your dummy line. That line can go up or down, doesn't matter. Offset. Click this line. 1/4. Trim. Don't need these anymore. That was just telling us where we could trim off at. And then if you want, grab this one, copy, grab the bottom left, put that right here. So now if you wanted to make sure that you are correct, in Annotate, grab the dim tool and measure from here to here, and it should be 0.1250, which is 1/8 of an inch. Alright, now I'm going to take these two, I'm going to hold shift here to get the second one, click, that's how you select multiple things. I'm going to do MI for mirror, and I'm going to go from the midpoint down here to the midpoint up here. And then do I want to erase the source? No. So now I'm just one trim away over here, and I got to start working on the inside stuff. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's see, the next offset would be this area right here, that's 3/8 of an inch, and then it's another 1/8. So we're going to go 3/8 and then an 1/8. offset 3/8, offset 3/8, offset 3/8, and then we're going to go offset 1/8. Alright, you get something like that. Now there should be another chamfer on the 3/8 one that we did. Chamfer, distance. By the way, chamfer is your new tool, which I'm sure you've already realized. This is going to be a chamfer distance of 1/16 and 1/16. Whoops. 1/16. From there to there. Spacebar brings me back in. From there to there. You can do a fillet radius 0 and click here and here. Spacebar brings me back in, here and here. So we have the chamfer and we have the clean brick corner. Now the bricks are 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. So those are 3 more offsets. Alright, you get something like this. We're going to trim these. To double check that we have the right size, this should be 2.75 or 2 3/4 by 2.25. So go into the annotate, dim, 2.75. You can leave that there if you want, it's up to you. We're going to need it later anyways. 2.25. Now, I do have some leftover lines here. I don't know where these came from, but let's get rid of them. 1, 2. 1, 2. That one stays. Alright, that's how it should look right there. Everything else looks good. Okay, bricks. Offset. The bricks are 1/4 inch tall. Whoops. Let's try that again. Offset. Click the bottom line, go up 1/4. Now, instead of offsetting all of these up and then trimming every single one of those lines, why don't you just trim the first one and then now they're all going to be correct without the trimming. 1/4. Let's see if you can offset 2 things at once. Doesn't look like it. Okay. 1/4. Again, you can do an array here. You can use copy. I just prefer offset. And the last thing I would do before finishing this up is double checking how many bricks you have. So count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure that you're supposed to have 9. Alright, now going across, same thing here. You're going to go 1/4. But you're going to trim. Now instead of clicking in all of these areas, why don't we just do cutting edges? Click the cutting edge that we want, hit enter, and then click the bottom part. And then it cuts it off at that cutting plane, kind of like a pair of scissors. Alright, offset. Oops, I gotta stop typing my number first. Going across, 1/4, 1/4. You could do this too. When you get a couple, copy, grab it from a blank one. So I didn't grab this one. It's 1/4 from there is the first line. So I'll click here and I'll put that there, and then you can just go across like this and do 3 at a time. That's also up to you. Alright, that's a fireplace. Here are the dimensions that I want to see. I want from here to here 4. You can show me that one brick is 0.6250 or 5/8. You can show me that the height of the bricks are 0.25. You can show me that the max height from here to here, oops, that's not going to work. So you're going to actually have to go from here straight down until you get an intersection down here, like that. That's the way that this dim tool works. And then from this corner to here, I want to know that that's 7. Give me this one here as 1/4. Let's see, that point's not going to work, so let's try this point to that intersection, 1/4. And I think that's good enough. I think I can see everything else from that point. Alright, so let's get those dimensions. Let's put this inside a title block. This one's a little bit interesting for putting it inside of a title block because you don't have, so we have the bottom right corner, but we don't have a top left corner here. So what you can do is 2 dummy lines. You're going to draw a line left, which we're going to erase later, and you're going to draw a line off of this corner straight up until it touches that line. That then gives us like a phantom corner that is not actually there, but we can get, and we go from there to there. We can now erase this and this. We got to put a diagonal in our title block. And then you're going to grab everything, move, see where the midpoint is on that diagonal, which looks like right there, and move that to this midpoint right there. Get rid of the diagonals. And boom, drawing is done. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later. Gotta catch 'em all.